We started with no money, basically no vehicles, a shit ton of debt.
We came here with like 7 guys, a shell of a company, no plan, which we heard a lot of feedback from friends and from multiple other people in this industry about how bad of an idea it was to go into business. We just hustled, man, and literally out of nothing. And now, how many sales guys do we even have? Like, do we, what's
I think full-time right now, I think we have 16 full-time.
Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh.
You are now tuned in to the best roofing podcast in the world.
The Roof Trollz. Here we go, here we go, here we go, yeah. The Roof Trollz.
We're here, boys, finally doing it after long times of discussions about how we're going to get a podcast. Here we are now, finally on film doing a podcast. How awesome is this?
Super awesome.
Outstanding.
Yes. Roman's Roofing. We started this, well, how long ago?
With you guys?
Yeah, I mean, how long have we all been doing this now?
Since May of last year.
Since May of last year. And to think of where we're at now, we're in our own building. We're in a, I don't think some people might not even know that. Angela, tell the story about the building.
You guys decided one day, hey, we should buy a building. Sean knew a contact.
No, that's not how it went.
Yes, it was.
No, it was a little bit more
No, we were
complex.
sitting in that office. You guys said something about how purchasing a building would be cool.
No, it's not. Because
Sean
you were
said-
upset about the rain coming in the ceiling, and we're like, we
Well,
should buy
that's
this
the
condemned building
backstory.
across the street.
Well,
And get
we're
rid of
not-
that.
we're-
And
no.
then Sean started driving, and
We don't want to go down that road right now. Let's just stick to how we
Guys
came about
called,
the building.
we really like, if we're going to buy a building, and I was like, oh yeah, there's one down the street for sale. Sean knew the contact from driving around. There's more reasons why we thought purchasing a building would be good.
it was leaking.
It was.
It was leaking.
It was. For story's sake, yeah, it is. That is an
still
important
dealing with
fact.
facts.
But
I know, but we're
But
still
that has
dealing with
nothing to do with the new building either.
Anyways, Sean calls some guy. 20 minutes later, he comes with some keys. These guys go and open the building, look at it, and a week later, apparently, we're going to buy this building down the road. I said no. I called
It
other
wasn't
people.
even a week. It was like a couple hours.
I literally, no, I know within a week, though, you guys were like, yeah, we're just going to buy that one. We didn't look at any other buildings. I called one of our partners, Jeff, this is not a smart idea. They just want to buy the first one. He's like, I don't know, man. It seems good. Real estate. And I was like, oh, my God. And, I mean, that's literally the slim skinny of it. We did a bunch of, obviously, background, had to look at.
I thought you were going to talk about yourself when you said the skinny of it. So that's the story about how we bought the building. And we would say in hindsight now that it was a good investment.
No, it ended up being a good investment.
Oh, you agree now?
I don't think anyone thought it wasn't a good investment. It's just in the timing for people that, if they don't know the backstory, the business itself is 4 years old. We've all been working together since May of last year, so we're at about a year and a half together. And once we all got together that first year and a half, I mean, the first 2 months was just like balls to the wall, trying to ramp up from basically a one-man show to an entire business. And we just were crushing it. So it's like, hey, are we in the right spot to purchase, a a couple $100,000 building when we've only been working together a year? That was the toss-up.
I think about that so often, especially when I talk with my brother who works here too, is that we came here with like 7 guys, a shell of a company, no plan, which we heard a lot of feedback from friends and from multiple other people in this industry about how bad of an idea it was to go into business, how the concept that we had, the philosophy just wasn't going to carry out. And we just hustled, man, and literally out of nothing to go into an old building where we shared at a different company. Some people are familiar with that story. We can get there eventually. But we got in that same building and we just took off. Hobart has been really awesome with us. The people here have been really receptive. The marketing team that we're working with now has just been next level and allowing us to grow and continue to grow. It's just, everything has been great. But 7 guys, you guys, we did this with 7 guys. 7 guys and a clear path and mindset, a vision that we saw and we implemented. And now, how many sales guys do we even have? Like, do we, what's...
I think full-time right now, I think we have 16 full-time.
And how many part-time?
Guys and girls, not even just guys.
Yes.
Guys and girls.
Yes.
But think about it. We started with no money, basically no vehicles. There was a shit ton of debt. And
No, yeah, it was relationships, and then... and I mean this respectfully to myself and Jeff, but like a shell of a company. We were doing just enough to get by, And, I had a good relationship with you. Obviously, we've been friends for majority of our life. And, for the people that don't know, Mike gave us both our first shot in this industry. So, like, the relationships that have been built over the last 7 years from just this.
We didn't have a good relationship. He just
We didn't have a bad relationship.
I'm kidding.
I knew he was fun outside of work, but as a boss, I was like, I don't even see this fucking guy. And he buys racehorses and then, like, wants to cut everyone's pay,
Well, hey, you weren't listening for a long time either. I know Mike's story is really funny, and there will be plenty of shots, I'm sure, taken at him. But Angelo, your story is almost equally as funny. You were building railroads and swinging a hammer, and I kept telling you to come over here. Angelo was that kid growing up that we would rely on to do things that we knew we probably shouldn't have done. And this is like way back when we were younger, but he was always good at talking his way out of a situation or talking his way into a situation. So when I started doing this and I brought other friends on before him, I started to really excel in my career and started making absolutely ridiculous money at that time for a sales rep. Kudos to Mike for putting me on in that situation. But I brought him over, and it was almost like, a good hit right away. We went to another company after that for a little bit, and then he had a falling out with that company, and we started this. And Angelo had reached out to me several times, and I was working with Mike too, several times in an attempt to try to get me to go over there. But I was happy leading a team. I was happy leading sales and just doing what I felt like I needed to do at that time. And then one Cubs game we go to, and it just hit. He offered us to at least come and sit down with him and Jeff, who unfortunately can't be here today. But once we all sat down together,
You just made it sound like Jeff's dead.
we walked in there.
by the way.
Well, okay, Jeff's not dead. Jeff is an attorney, and he does more important things than roofing. So
And there's nothing more important.
yeah,
than
you're right. Roman's Roofing is number one company. We care a lot. So Jeff he's an attorney and he's pretty successful in Cherville. And because of his success, he's also very busy. So he is just not able to be on the podcast today. He is not dead. But yeah, Jeff is a great guy. We sat down with him and it was just like an instant hit. So fast forward to now and, the sky's the limit.
Well, everybody's in this industry has ebbed and flowed. Mike has had a lot of success. He's had some downfalls. He's had more success, downfalls, and I think that goes for sales in general. I mean, that's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of owning a business. It's the nature of just this type of culture, right? But no, I mean, you brought up me and how I got into it. But that's kind of the same with you. I mean, I think you were working at Walmart before you took the job. We had another mutual friend that was in business with Mike. And, we're still, for the most part, I would say friends, acquaintances, for some people. But, he got you in, to meet Mike. And, your career took off with that.
Yeah.
And I know Mike, you're initially, again, Mike's a little older than us for anyone that doesn't know that. But you started in retail sales, right? When you first got
that
into
was
this.
like 30 years ago.
in like 93 or something.
We all get into this because we all hate our...
He was 30.
93.
Hey, let's be honest, we all get in this because we hated our previous jobs. And it's not necessarily because like we sat there and said, oh my God, the roofing industry is so amazing. No, like I was working at DeVry, I hated it. You were working a union job at the railroad. He said Walmart, but I think you were about ready to start at Amazon.
Yeah, so
And
I
you
left there, and I was supposed to start at Amazon. I had the interview process, went through the whole thing, had a ridiculously easy schedule that I was able to pick because it was a brand new plant opening, and then in true construction fashion, it was delayed. They called me and told me that it wasn't available, and I took what was supposed to be just a quick 2-week, go out there and canvas, hit some doors. See if I could talk to people about their roofs or siding, see if anybody was interested. And what turned out to be something that was supposed to be so simple ended up being a career, and I haven't looked back since then.
That's, I think, the thing that people don't get. And I know we always talk about it. I know we're kind of, our first podcast, we're trying to, kind of lay the foundation for it. But I think that's one of the main topics, either if we continue to talk about it today or make it just a whole podcast. But, I don't think people still understand what we necessarily do. I mean, I think they get it now, but for me and Elijah at least, our friends, our wives, our girlfriends, no one actually knew what we did. We're like, all right, so we knock doors, we get people to sign this paper, the insurance comes out, covers the majority of something, and then you make how much money? That was my initial thing when Elijah was telling me about this. I was like, wait, hang on, what happens? And then of course people are like, it's a Ponzi scheme. You're trying to, it's all the negative stuff with it. And then as you go through and you find out, it's like, wait, this is like a real thing. Like, this is like an actual career. This is a job. I think that's been the most eye-opening thing.
Yeah, it goes from the amount of money that you're making to the amount of people that you're helping, and that's a real thing. So I think that a lot of the envy that we get from the outside perspectives of people who aren't in this industry don't understand the two most important things. One, we're helping people a lot, and two, work is happy. Coming to work every day.
Yeah, this isn't
happy.
a career. This is like your life, and you're having fun, and you guys keep saying career. Come on, man, we're having a good time.
No,
every
that's
day.
yeah.
It's fun, and we get to make money, and I think that's genuinely why our customers love us, because they can see that we're having fun. We, for the most part, know what we're doing. I mean, we have our days. You have to reach out to other people and figure out what we're doing, but for the most part, I mean, I've been around for a while. You've been around for a while. You've been around. I mean, so we know what we're talking about. The customers like us. They have fun with us. I mean, for the most part, our sales guys, they know what they're talking about. Customers love them. I mean, your brother's the guy who'll walk around up and down a street with a cigarette in his mouth hanging out, and all the customers love him. He's like, hey, just go in there and get your policy and come out here and get that done for me. And there he is walking by right now. But I mean, but the people love, they love it. I mean, that's why I think we're successful.
That's the culture of Romans, though, is like, so even when we worked with you initially, we would always talk like, and no disrespect, right? But it was like, everyone makes this so much more complicated than it has to be. And we've had that with other people we work with that are doing business now. It's like, we can just dumb this down and make this a lot of fun, and then make a lot of money in it. But it's just having fun. Like you're just helping people, and if you have that, it's sales. So I mean, anyone that's been in sales, if they get it, like sales can be fun, but like this is just like a lot of fun, and like
it is, and that's what we're building here, is a destination spot for sales reps. Every place we've gone to, in the beginning it was great. But that was a whole different time when we were over there with you, Mike. That was, the State Farm was, you got a bonus for signing a State Farm claim. Now
we'll fire you for signing.
Yeah, good luck. So Arnold Schwarzenegger and Patrick Mahomes took all that money, but there's things going on in this industry that make it extremely difficult for a sales rep to last. In certain environments, it just is. There's a lot of politics, unfortunately, in our industry because of the sales aspect of it and the contractors aspect of it. Everybody's tainted with greed. So what we've done here at Romans is we've tried to over-incentivize people and make them earn their pay. But if they do earn it, then they get paid. To take care of a client base, to build a reputation up, to be known as a roofing company that someone wants to do business with. And that's what we've done here. And I believe that our content has shown the image of what we wanted to reflect on. And so we genuinely care about our people, not only that work here, but the ones in our community. We're donating left and right. We're trying to do things like free veteran roof giveaways. We have weekly challenges for the sales guys. We do events like barbecues, cookouts, trips, Christmas parties, everything, the whole shebang. And we just, this is what we're trying to build something very special here. And I think that we're on a trajectory of where we want to be at and grow this thing out.
The things that we're doing, and really it's our money at this point, and we're still handing it out. We're still able to make sure everyone's making money, and we're doing so much for the community, and working at other places before in the past, and they didn't do that. I mean, they were just too worried about money going here, money going there. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, and you make it fun, and just show people that you care about them. It's not just about the money, that we're doing this because we love it.
Well, that's like you guys both talked about, and something I would try to say in the meeting all the time is, if your two pillars that you try to build your foundation on are your customers and your employees, and if they're happy, they're taken care of, like the rest will follow, right? I'm a firm believer in, like, if the foundation's laid, then the rest will come. I tell the guys when we do our meetings sometimes, hey, if the team is successful, the individual accolades come. Hey, dude, cool, you won MVP, but then you lost, like that doesn't mean anything, right? But so we just put such a focus on that. The team knows that. 100%. I don't. If anyone says that we don't, try to build a good culture and make sure we're giving to them. But the greed thing, that's such a killer in this industry, is greed, just making the money.
Yeah, and we have fun. Like, believe me, we have fun. You guys see the content coming out there. I got to make a Michael Myers video recently with the help of everybody here. And again, just one of the strongest media teams that we have out there. So like we've done amazing things, and we're only going to get to do more. Like, you know, the help of the people out in the community helping us to grow and support us, and, you know, allowing us to contribute into their, you know, their personal lives and stuff, and building beautiful roofs and siding and building people's homes up and taking care of them after storms. Like, we have developed a system that we think is going to be rewarding for everybody. And the more we grow, the more people we can help out there. It's going to be awesome. And then more sales guys that we get in here. And that's always fun too, working with guys and building them up. And, you know, there's a thing that we say is like, we're building lives up here, and we happen to do roofing and siding on the side, because that's truly how we feel. Nobody should go to work miserable every day. Nobody should be miserable every day. And if there's anything that we can contribute to make sure that that doesn't happen to our guys, we're all about that. And yeah, we're going to bust some balls when they come in here. We're going to make fun of them. We're going to laugh with them. We're going to, you know, joke around with each other. We're going to roast each other all the time. I mean, Angelo shows up to work in green pants. Like, you know what outfit you picked out in the morning. There's no way you didn't think that was going to happen when you got here. But hey, he rolls the dice every day. And
I'm a professional.
super professional.
Well, here's one thing too, thinking about like how much we care about the guys, because we can speak from experience how what we did changed our lives, and really if we show them a path to change their lives, because again, we didn't get in this industry because we're like, oh my God, this is, you know, what we want to do. This is like making the NBA, or this is like being the biggest lawyer in the country, or being a TV star. Like, you get in this industry because you're like, oh man, I hate what I'm doing. You know, let me go try to do something else. But it changes your life. And so we can speak from that experience and tell our guys, hey, this is what we did. You know, this is what you need to do, and you change your life. Because, you know, let's be honest, most people who come in this industry, I mean, they're not coming with doctorates and MBAs and college degrees. I mean, you're coming here because you need to grind, and this is your chance to grind out. I mean, honestly, you don't even need a high school diploma to work in our industry. Just get out there and grind, and you can make six figures just by grinding. And where else can you do that? I mean, where?
No,
you can't.
I mean, sales in and of itself is already like a special thing, and there's it's good and bad that people say just overlooking it. But in this industry, it's like you reap what you sow. If you go out and just try and you work hard, you can make good money doing it. But to give ourselves a little more credit with that, because it goes back to why we wanted to do this and all that, is like, we're not greedy though. One thing I've heard from other people to talk about is, they make jokes. How many owners do you guys have? Well, yeah, I'd like to get another one. Maybe not another one, but
We probably need like 6 more.
Right? But it's the fact that like everyone can make money. That's the point of what I'm trying to get at. It's like,
even beyond the money part, having 6 owners gives us 6 different resources, 6 different perspectives on each situation. So the chances of us making a mistake after all 6 of us review it are pretty slim. As to where everybody else would be in a different situation. We also don't rely on one person to make a decision. And should he go on vacation, which he does a lot, or he go on vacation, which he does a lot, and if they go on vacation, we have somebody in place for that. If somebody else is on some type of leave of absence, we have somebody in place for that. So we do hear a lot of like laughs and stuff about that, but that would just go back to us, talking about the greed in other people's lives and other people's situations, because we work perfectly fine, happy, and committed every single day at our wages that we make with all 6 of us. Could we make more if we cut out one of the guys there? Sure. But then are you helping people at that point? Or are you looking to help your pockets out at that point?
Yourself.
Yeah. So like six owners would reflect that greed is the last thing that Romans cares about.
You want to take care of your people. You want to bring people up. We do have friends that work here. I mean, we talked about your brother. We have family that work here. Some of us have, again, been friends long enough where we are family. But it's never been a me mentality. My thing. Yeah, we want the money to be the smallest part of the pie, and like everything else. Your work-life balance. Are you happy? Do you come to work? Excited? Do you have a friend at work? All that stuff. When you go to corporate jobs, you take those tests. Like, we got that stuff. Like, I feel like super nailed in. It's great here. Our biggest problems are other places. Like they would laugh at it. I'm like, yeah, because our problems, we don't have big problems. It's stupid things like a t-shirt size or something. I don't know.
100%, especially guys my size. So one of the things that we live on is like J. Cole said it best in his song. What good is first class if your boys can't sit with you? So like that, making $1 million in a year isn't cool anymore. Helping 10 other people achieve $100,000 for the first time in their lives. Now that's cool. Helping somebody achieve 200, buy a home. We just had one of our friends, Matt. The guy doesn't even have a car yet. Bought a house. He's a homeowner before he was a vehicle owner. Like that's a real thing because of this industry. We've watched people that were not able to hold down jobs, as he alluded to. I wasn't able to hold down a job. Don't ever miss this. Like we just know. I never feel like, I'm just gonna call off work today and like just call off work. It's not. If I call off of work, it's because I want to spend time with my family or hang out. It's not because I dread going to work, because there's not one single day since I've been in this industry where I have not wanted to come here. Do I get upset sometimes? Absolutely, especially with these guys. But and the industry as a whole. I'm just being honest. But I don't ever get upset about coming into work, because it's not something that ever I feel like is ever going to be something I don't want to do. This is it, this is where my end game's at. So I retire in this, or, take another venture off in this industry, but it stays here.
No matter what. Yeah, I won't ever. I'll always be in some fashion of this industry if we were to ever do something different, because it's too good. It's too much fun.
You guys are way too young to talk about retiring.
Well, maybe that's the mindset for you. So that's the thing. Like,
I know. Look, I'm never going to retire. I'm always going to be doing something. I say I don't want to do anything, but I know at the end of the day, like, I would probably do like I can't even golf every day, because I went golfing once this year and hurt myself. So what am I going to do with my life if I don't do something? Like, I need to be doing something to keep the mind going.
But there's doing something, and then there's doing something. So I think we're both on the same page.
Like
we just call it different things. Like, of course, we're going to have to find ways to make money on, off on the side and have somewhere to go in our lives. Like, that's obvious. But when I say retirement, I'm obviously at my age, 38, retirement isn't retirement. But I'd like to be pretty comfortable. I'd like to be in a position where if the family wanted to go to another state for a little while, I could just book that trip and walk out and do it. I'd like to be in a position where, the last thing on my mind is a bill or something. That would be nice. If I could live with freedom, I think that's equal to retirement, in my opinion. Like, if I create my own schedule and there's no obligations on there on my end, I would consider that to be extremely wealthy, and we're good enough to retire, when no one's making my schedule for me anymore.
Yeah,
What's your schedule now?
Well, I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
You already
Well, we have customers like bill schedules and stuff like that. We have to make meetings. We got a podcast and stuff. We're doing this to drum up, recognition on the company to essentially get more business, or at least shed some light on what we do.
Elijah, you turned a roofing company into a media company.
I did in a sense.
So we're like roofing manufacturers. We're becoming marketing companies. Look at that.
What do you buy more? You know what I'm saying? Do you buy more in person, or are you buying more online? Like, everybody's buying online. That's what it is now.
There is some truth to that.
I ordered like 3 hoodies off of TikTok in the last week and a half. It's insane. The marketing, everything is right there. Yeah. Well, I got 2 of them. They came within 5 days too. Those cool vintage college football and NFL ones are awesome. But yeah, I got those, and Amanda likes hers, and I have the Notre Dame one that's cool. So yeah, but online shopping is like where it's at. And people don't care anymore about pricing. Like, that's gone right out the window. So it used to be like a big thing where everybody would complain about something being too expensive, and now they don't care. And if anybody listening right now or watching is going to pretend you do care, you 100% don't, because you order pizzas, you order Starbucks to be delivered, you got DoorDash, you got all this Uber Eats, everything, and
Hopefully Reevens is going to run something across the screen right now that they go to our website and buy their roof from us too. Where they can
I'm going to get to that point though, but I'm just saying the cost was the last thing you cared about. What you cared about was convenience, and we offer convenience as well, because we have a platform called Roofle, if he would have let me get to that. It's on our website, romansroofing.net, and you can actually click on Roofle and literally just put in your zip code and your address and 3 estimates. Those are our good, better, best systems that we offer from our roofing standpoint. Will pop up within 30 seconds. And all you have to do is select which one you're interested in, or give us a call, and we will send a retail guy out. Kerry, he's awesome. He'll go out there, sit with you, assess the property, measure it out, and go from there. And you guys literally can get our estimate in 30 seconds.
You can't even sit and not try to sell something for fucking 30 minutes.
It's not about trying to sell. Look, I think we're...
Buy more, save more.
But wait, there's more. No, it's.
Oh wait, there's more.
Yeah, there could be. Depends. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Just so you guys know. Go ahead.
Windows too? Not yet.
No, not yet. We should expand into that. We should expand into that.
Not yet.
No.
We could let Angelo run it.
There is some expanding going on though, right? What are we expanding? Are we moving?
Well, we want to.
Where?
To Michigan.
Where in the? Is that where we're going?
Are we?
You guys are so dumb.
Dropping little nuggets, just letting everybody know. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. We are gonna have an awesome year. I'm super pumped about it.
We did have an awesome. We're finishing off.
Yes, but we're gonna continue to work our way up. Continue to go as high as we can with that. The ceiling is far, far up there.
Oh yeah. Open it up.
I had
another
someone
office.
call me the other day about Ohio, asking if we were in Ohio yet. Is that far?
You know,
I don't know. I'm in the Iowa, so I don't know.
Harambe was in Ohio, and that's how they treated him. And I just don't think that's gonna happen.
So we're just not going to go work in Ohio.
Probably not. No.
Ohio's kind of like an armpit anyway, from what I've been there a couple of times.
As a Notre Dame fan,
Yeah.
you know,
They beat us 2 years in a row. That's unacceptable.
OHI, no.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, we're gonna end it on that though. Angelo, thank you for joining us.
Well, I mean, I hope to be here again.
Well, we'll see. You know, you got to show up to work. So.